Netherlands doesn't have bison.
No. We just have the wolf since a couple of years.
We have a lot of cows.
We have a lot of cows, yeah.
It's why Antelope Island State Park was on their list of places to visit. Bison might look like cows if you're not used to seeing them, but they're a lot faster.
They can run up to 40 miles an hour, right?
And they're a lot more dangerous.
You can absolutely get hurt.
Antelope Island State Park manager Duran Pitts says just because bison are big and look slow, they're not.
It's amazing how they will look like a rock, and all of a sudden they will pop up as fast as can be and be right on you.
This is video of one visitor to Yellowstone National Park who found that out the hard way. And with a few similar encounters there already this season, Pitts wants to make sure visitors to Antelope Island know to stay back.
What bison tend to do when they charge is actually gore and toss.
So how close is too close? Well, that depends on which park you're at. For example, at Yellowstone National Park, they say 25 yards is about as close as you should get to a bison. But here at Antelope Island State Park, they say 25 yards is way too close. Instead, they prefer to use a method called the rule of thumb.
And what that means is if you stick your thumb out and you put it horizontally across the bison, if you can still see that bison, you're too close.
Back away if you see one paying attention to you because it could mean you're too close. And if you see one in the middle of the road, wait for it to pass and don't get out of your car.
We want you to get good pictures. We want you to come out and enjoy the herd. We just want you to be safe and be able to go home afterwards.
Even if home is far away.
I can't outrun them, no.
At Antelope Island State Park, Alex Cabrero, KSL-5 News.
All right, good to know.
Yeah, good tips there.
Right? Hey, take a look at this.
Through the wall.
And we take you to Spanish Fork, where a sacred temple is under gunfire.
Shots fired at a place of worship. I'm Erin Cox here at the Krishna Temple in Spanish Fork, where they're investigating who shot the bullet through that window.
KSL News at 10.
At one point. Well, a sacred place of worship now insecure. Those at the Krishna Temple in Spanish Fork say they heard multiple gunshots fired across 3 days and found bullet holes all around their temple.
News specialist Erin Cox shows us where those bullets hit and how the community can now help.
This is the central room of worship here at the Krishna Temple, and it was here on Friday morning that a bullet came through this window, hitting the wall on the other side.
A sacred ceremony full of prayer and song.
It's a special place.
Vi Warden was the designer, architect, and engineer for the Krishna Temple in Spanish Fork, which makes what happened this weekend even more personal.
After all these years, decades, we've never had such an experience.
Warden says someone shot at the temple multiple times on 3 separate days. Security camera footage shows lights flashing in the corner and a truck passing by all at the same time. Volunteers heard what sounded like gunshots.
That first window right next to the ark, that's where they hit.
A week and a half ago was the first time Krishna Prestaya says they heard gunshots.
I was a little saddened, to find out that someone is purposefully shooting at our temple and putting us in harm.
Then on Friday morning, they found a bullet hole through the window of their worship room and shell casings outside their gates.
Big handful of casings just right on the road down here.
And on Saturday morning, the sound of shots fired again.
It's been a little disturbing, and a few of our volunteers also have been very affected. One of our members is actually leaving us because of it.
As they try to piece together what's happened, Prestaya says they gave shell casing to deputies with the Utah County Sheriff's Office. They even found another shell as we walked out today.
Why bullets? Why spraying bullets?
Warden says a few years back, the Department of Homeland Security recommended they use grant money for security cameras, which they used. But with 15 acres of property, Warden says they need more.
Our grant ran out, and they suggested we get another one this year. We were prepared for that, and then all the federal grants seem to have been shut down.
After 20 years of worship.
It's the first time, and we hope it'll be the last.
Through prayer and song, they're hoping for peace and answers too.
We're appealing to the local community to be alert. We want to protect this sacred land. It is very sacred, and everyone acknowledges that.
We reached out to a spokesman with Utah County Sheriff's Office who says deputies are investigating this case but couldn't provide an update at this time. Warden says they're offering a $1,000 reward for anyone who can come forward and help them find who's shooting at their temple. In Spanish Fork, Aaron Cox, KSL-5 News.
Aaron, thank you. Well, saved by an